俺を知ってるのか。
もちろん知ってるさ。命を食らうだけ消えるべきなんだ。
誰が俺を殺すというの
だが最後にもう一暴れさせてみるさ。
貴様の魂を食らい、俺は死神。
Every anime has fights, but then there are those moments, the ones where a character stops holding back, when every ounce of their power, rage, and will gets poured into the battlefield. These aren't just fights, they're turning points, the kind of scenes that make your jaw drop and remind you why anime is pure cinema. From blades clashing to fists shaking the heavens, it's the raw aura, the insane animation, and the energy that feels larger than life. Today we're diving into those legendary showdowns, the battles where anime characters went beyond limits and gave us scenes we'll never forget. When Sukuna pulled up on Mahoraga in Shibuya, it wasn't just a fight, it was a flex. Mahoraga adapts to everything, slashes, counters, even Sukuna's invisible techniques. Most sorcerers wouldn't last a second, but Sukuna? He's smiling, testing out moves like it's a warm-up. The city's collapsing, Mahoraga keeps evolving, and then Sukuna says enough. He drops Malevolent Shrine, slashes reality itself, and finally nukes Mahoraga with a fire arrow so massive the beast doesn't even get time to adapt. And the wild part? Sukuna never went all out. That was him having fun. Pure ultimate aura.
Santoryu!
Zoro vs. King was a straight-up spectacle. King's Lunarian powers made him untouchable, flames tanking every slash, wings tearing through Onagashima's skies. But Zoro kept pushing, swords blazing with Conqueror's haki, each strike sharper, heavier, faster. The moment Zoro unleashed King of Hell 3 sword style, the fight turned legendary. His Haki-infused blades split through flames, cutting down King's defenses. And with one final devastating combo, Zoro's strikes carved through the air itself, ending the fight in pure dominance. Peak One Piece, peak Zoro.
お前は生物として俺には勝てねえ。こっちから刻んでやるよ。下流ドン。
Saber Alter vs. Rider was pure chaos. Deep inside the cave, Saber Alter's Excalibur Morgan tore through the darkness, every swing flooding the arena with black-blue destruction. Rider refused to back down, chains flying, mystic eyes freezing Saber for split seconds as she darted through collapsing rubble. The clash hit its peak when Rider summoned Bellerophon, a head-on charge of divine fury. Saber Alter unleashed Excalibur Morgan in its most corrupted state, and the cavern shook with their noble phantasms colliding. The explosion of light and power, Rider's unstoppable charge smashing through Saber Alter's darkness, made this one of the most legendary duels in Fate history.
深いタケルの御事。
Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki was pure cinema. From the start, Momoshiki looked untouchable, absorbing jutsu, countering Rasengan like it was nothing. But then, Naruto and Sasuke turned the battlefield upside down. Kurama's raw power, Sasuke's precision with the Rinnegan, perfectly in sync. And then came the ultimate flex. Kurama wrapped in Suzanu's armor, wielding a colossal blade. Every swing shook the heaven, and with one final slash, they cut straight through Momoshiki, ending the fight in god-tier fashion. This wasn't just a battle. It was the definition of going all out. Frieren versus her clone wasn't just a fight, it was pure aura farming. They open with Flight and Zoltrak canceling each other instantly. No wasted mana, no openings. The clone tries to cook Fern with massive AoE spells like Judrajim, but Frieren blocks every move. Then it drops a black hole-like spell, crushing rubble into an explosion. Frieren? She freezes it like it's nothing. Absolute cinema.
鋭いオーラだ。一体何者だ。
The Ant King was pure menace, tearing through S ranks, aura so heavy it froze hunters in place, speed and poison making him look unstoppable. Every strike shook the island. Then Jinwoo stepped in. Shadow Monarch aura dripping, eyes locked. Every move from the Ant King got countered. His claws, parried, his poison, useless. Jinwoo's slashes cut clean, mutilation shredding through that exoskeleton like paper. The battlefield turned one-sided real quick. Jinwoo didn't just fight, he dominated, proving who the real apex predator was. Boros tears off his limiter. Meteoric burst ignites. His speed breaks the battlefield, every strike cracking the heavens. He knees Saitama all the way to the moon, a flex no one else could even dream of. But seconds later, Saitama rockets back, landing harder than any meteor. Unfazed, blow after blow, Boros pours out planet-busting energy, the ship crumbling under their clash. Saitama answers with consecutive punches that shred Boros apart, yet he keeps regenerating, keeps pressing, aura overflowing like a living supernova. And when Boros fires the collapsing star-roaring cannon to erase the planet, Saitama raises a hand. One serious punch. Reality itself splits. Clouds torn across the world. Peak versus peak. This was Saitama's closest thing to a real fight.
Meteoric burst! 体内 そうだ、埼玉。連続普通のパンチ。お前は俺が倒す。王政方向！マジ殴り。埼玉。ほら！シンノバステージあれだけよそんなものかシンラ
Shinra versus Captain Burns in Fire Force was absolute peak. Burns stood like an unshakable wall, tanking every strike without flinching, daring Shinra to rise above. Shinra's blue flames roared to life. Pure speed, pure power, pushing beyond everything we'd seen before. Every clash lit up the battlefield. Fire against fire, conviction against conviction. And then, that final strike. Shinra breaking through, proving he had surpassed the man he once looked up to. The animation, pure cinema. Every frame dripping with heat and emotion. This wasn't just a fight. It was the passing of a torch, and the definition of going all out.
てなるものか。超えろこいつの反応速度。誰より強くなりたかった。人も建物も気にする必要のない。クースールトラデス
This wasn't just a fight. This was Endeavor's trial by fire. The high-end Nomu tanked flames, regenerated through Prominence burn, and even split Endeavor's face wide open. But instead of falling, he roared louder. Blood dripping, lungs burning, he blasted into the sky with Hawks at his back. And then, he unleashed it. Plus, Ultra Prominence burn, a sun hotter than hell itself, vaporizing the Nomu into nothing. And when the smoke cleared, Endeavor stood tall, fist raised to the heaven. Not just a hero, but the flaming proof of why he's the #1. Okarun versus the Evil Eye was pure chaos. Explosions, high-speed clashes, and raw power flying across the battlefield, neither side holding back. The Evil Eye had insane destructive magic, but Okarun kept matching him blow for blow, forcing him onto the back foot. And just when it looked like things would go nuclear, Okarun flipped the script. Instead of brute force, he outsmarted the monster, turning a deathmatch into his win. That wasn't luck. That was peak aura, cooked to perfection. The second Goku unlocked Ultra Instinct, the whole arena went silent. Jiren rushed in throwing monster blows, but Goku was untouchable. Every dodge, every counter, smooth like water. The clash was unreal. Fist, Kai Blast, shockwaves tearing the stage apart. Jiren unleashed everything, flames of power shaking the heavens, but Goku just kept pressing with absolute precision. And then, the moment. Ultra Instinct Kamehameha, clean, unstoppable, blasting Jiren straight through the rubble. Two gods throwing hands at their peak. This was Dragon Ball history. Pure aura, absolute cinema. The moment Yamamoto drew Ryujin Jaka, the battlefield turned to hellfire. Sternritter tried to interfere, burned to ash in an instant. Then he unleashed Bankai, Zanka no Tachi. East, every strike erased existence. West, his body wrapped in 15 million degrees, the ground melting beneath his feet. With a single command, south, he summoned an army of the dead, his fallen enemies rising to drag Yhwach down. And north, one swing split the heavens. A slash so final it could end a king. This wasn't just a fight, it was Yamamoto showing why he was the commander, the peak of Soul Society's power.
Bankai, Zanka no Tachi. Zanka no Tachi Higashi, Kyokujitsu-jin. Zanka no Tachi, Nishi, Zanjitsu Gokui. お主はわしに触れることすらできん。さあ。行こうか。危険リート。ザンクとツビンが。残火の太刀南かか10万億死大僧人。一体何なのだこれは。あんなものでこの私を止められると思うな。残火の太刀来た天地怪人。